Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Last time we started exploring the undead burg. We're headed toward our first Bell of Awakening. We know it's up somewhere, but in order to get there we need to get through this undead burg area first. Now, we arrived at this bonfire. I'm not sure if we have any more souls to use. Yes, we do, so we'll go ahead and use them. We'll talk a bit more about our statistics and how they work, since we are going to do some leveling up with those souls. But maybe I'll buy some other things. I don't know. I don't think like I need anything else from the shop quite yet. I mean, I could buy the bottomless box to get a deposit, basically, so I can have storage function at bonfires. But I feel like I should probably talk a bit more about statistics. We briefly touched on statistics in the previous episode, but yeah, it was the previous episode. Let's actually go into a bit more detail. Well, our level is our level, and we are displaying souls. These are the ones we have, and these are the ones we need for leveling up. Every level up will increase one of your stats. So vitality will increase your HP, that's the red gauge. If you reach 0 HP, you die. Attunement will increase the number of attunement slots. These are the slots where you can equip magic. You can go from 0 up all the way up to 10, I think is the maximum number. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I have 8 slots right now. I'm not sure how it works, but basically if you try to level it up, you should look at the attunement slots on the very right. See that I have 0 to 0 now. So 9, 10 I get 1, then at 12 I get 2, then at 14 I get 3. I'm not sure how it progresses, but yeah, the number doesn't necessarily mean how many slots you have. Just keep that in mind. Endurance is probably your most important stat in the game. Determines your stamina, which is your green gauge. So the more stamina you have, the more actions you're able to perform before you're tired out. Your equipment load, which is how much you can carry before you get overburdened, I guess. Like, talking about armor, not actually stuff that you have in your inventory, because that does not exist in this game. You can carry all the items you want in your inventory, it doesn't matter. Kind of, but that's the story for another day. And resist to bleeding, you don't really care about that too much. You really care about the stamina and the equipment load. Strength requires, it says required to wield powerful weapons, also boosts weapon attack. And dexterity says parameter to acquire to wield advanced weapons, also boosts weapon attack. Let's go in a bit of detail of strength and dexterity and what they do and weapon scaling, because we need to talk about that because that's very important. Let's look at our longsword, for example. If we take a look at our longsword, so our longsword has an attack of 80. You can see that on the left tab. The magic, fire, and lightning, it does not have any special properties of those types. Critical 100 is how much damage it does with do a back attack or a parry. 100% just means that it does normal. The multiplier is just normal. You do a certain amount of extra damage by doing a back attack or a parry. Some weapons have a higher number, which means they will do even more damage if you perform a parry riposte or a back attack. What is interesting is parameter bonus below that. It says C strength and C dexterity. No intelligence and no faith. This means that the more strength and dexterity we get, the more damage this weapon will do. The scaling goes from a letter of E to a letter of S, which is the best. So a weapon with as an S, for example, in strength, it means that it will really gain a lot more power from our strength stat. Our E, on the other hand, it means that our strength stat won't really matter too much on the damage that it does. Let's look at other weapons and see if we can get an example. For example, this one has an E on both strength and dexterity. This is our starting weapon, the straight sword hilt. So it doesn't really matter too much how much your stats are high. It's not going to really contribute too much to the damage. This one, for example, is a good example of different weapon scaling. This is the S, though. It does have an D in strength, but it has a C in dexterity. So if you want to do more damage with this weapon, you'd rather invest in your dexterity rather than your strength. We have this one only has strength, for example. This one has nothing, but it's a bow and whatever. So this is the idea. Depending on the weapon that you want to use, you might want to invest in the stats that it scales with, so that you get more damage out of it. So that is very important. That's why I was talking about weapon scaling and strength and dexterity. Also, yeah, another thing. Strength and dexterity are also useful for wielding weapons. We briefly touched on this in the previous episode with the Cleric segment, if you've seen it. On the right side, on the right tab of the weapon description, where it says damage reduction, and below that, required parameters. 10 strength and 10 dexterity for a longsword. That means you need a minimum 10 strength and 10 dexterity to wield this longsword. If you don't have those, you can equip it, but you won't be able to do full damage with it. You will also either swing it very badly, or your swings will hit, even if they hit the enemy, will do very little damage. It will bounce off the enemies, depending on which of the two stats you don't have. So that's another thing you need to keep in mind. You might want to invest in your strength and dexterity just so you can wield certain weapons that you cannot right now. Resistance, I briefly touched on this again, but the resistance is pointless. It says boost your defense resistance to poison, and it kind of does that, but the thing is, in this game, defense is kind of pointless. It's all about the health and the damage that you do, and the stamina. You rather invest in upgrading your armor rather than increasing your defenses through resistance. It really doesn't really matter. Just don't do it. It's completely pointless. Like, the gains that you get are not worth spending the points that you have in it. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. The intelligence is required to wield sorceries. Some weapons requires intelligence too, as it says, also magic weapons. And will make your sorceries stronger, sorry. It will make your sorceries stronger. So if you are a sorcerer that uses sorceries, you definitely want to invest in this. This will be your main source of damage. Everything you will use will mostly scale in intelligence. If you're a cleric, same deal. You will mostly invest in faith, because miracles scale on your faith. And also boost miracles, yeah, divine weapons. There are some weapons that scale on faith. So yeah, you can invest on that if you have one. Humanity, we've seen, even says here, determines item discovery resistant to curses, so it does say what it does, so. And we know how it works. So you use humanity to gain humanity, and it just stays there up on the top left. Your HP, your stamina, depleted various action. So the equip load is a number. It is determined by your endurance stat, and you might increase it with some equipment. And it tells you how much you can wear before you become overburdened, but maybe it's easier to show it to you rather than to actually explain it. Then you have attack of your right weapon, attack of your left weapon. This just shows what strength you have and what you have equipped. Your physical defense, your defense versus strike attacks, slash attacks, thrust attacks. These are different types of attack. Like strike attacks, like for example a hammer could be a strike attack, or something that just crushes you. A slash is like a sword, and thrust is like a piercing sword, or something like that. Or spikes. Magic defense, your defense against magic attacks, and your defense against fire attacks, your defense against lightning attacks. That's pretty self-explanatory. Poise is a bit weird. We'll go into detail, because this is a very important stat, but we'll go into detail what poise is another time, because that is all new. You could make a whole video about this. Bleed resist, poison resist, and curse resist. These are 3 status ailments, but because we have not seen them yet, I will not go into detail on what they do. Just know that the higher this number, the better you get more resistance for these status ailments. And then there's your item discovery, which is just the number. The higher it is, the more likely you are to find stuff from corpses. And the tournament slots is again how many spells you can equip. So let's do some leveling up. I'll maybe go an extra vitality. So usually what I do every time I want to level up in bulk, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get 7 levels from all these souls. So if I get 7 levels, I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 2 more. I'm gonna go 1 vitality. I'm gonna get 1 more strength. I want to get a little extra damage. Every level up also gives you a bit of extra defense. Not that it matters too much, but yeah, that's what it is. Alright, so I had to re-record this part because I lost like pretty much all of the audio from this point to the boss. Oh yeah, this guy here. Okay. So I'm basically re-recording it now, but I'm still doing live commentary. So we'll kill these guys first, because they're kind of in the way, and we don't want them to follow us all the way up here. So we go in here, we have 3 more dudes.
Yeah, I was talking about how it is important to know your attack. Like, every weapon has a different animation. Like, you have an R1 animation, you have an R2 animation, then you have a 2-hand R1 animation, 2-hand R2 animation. You even have a running R1 animation. It's important to know all of the animation, how, like, the range of the attacks and their speed, so that you know when to use what attack what. For example, here, using a normal R1 could cause my weapon to just bounce off the wall, but if I use an R2, that is much less likely to bounce off. Anyway, open this chest. I'm gonna go a bit faster because I've already done this part, really, but, you know. And we can find 5 black fire bombs, which are pretty powerful, as we already saw in the first episode. 5 of them killed the first boss, no big deal. A good example of knowing what attacks do what is, like, you can do a running attack here, and if you're good enough, you can get the guy in the back out in one hit if you have a strong enough weapon. Anyway, get another firebomb from that guy. Up here, we got 3 dudes, which I tried to sneak in my first recording, but I failed to do that, so now I did it. At least I got the first one immediately. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. That running attack. Very nice. Got the soul of an undead. I think we just got a humanity. I don't know sure if we did. We are at 4. I'm pretty sure we were at 4, and now we're at 5. Or is this guy gonna give me 6? I don't know. I think I talked about that and how you gain humanity by defeating enemies. Basically, if you're going to... Oh god, they're both coming up. Great. If you kill a certain amount of enemies in certain areas, like this one for example, if you kill enough enemies, you can get 1 free humanity. They need to be humanoid enemies. Like, these guys are definitely humanoid, so they count toward that, but... Oh god. Okay, you can actually step over the ledge with this animation. If you do that, you might die. Or you might not. There's a very well-known glitch that skips a good portion of the game by using that knowledge. And that over there is a Black Knight. Now, these guys are very powerful. We will take them on with the other character, but for now, we're just gonna leave it be. Don't want to bother him with this guy yet. We are going to just dodge that out of the way. And see if I can get a riposte on this guy. Yes, nice. Unfortunately, riposte on... how's it go? Oh, Titanite Shard, nice. That is needed for later. We'll explain what that is later. Yeah, doing riposte on uneven ground is a bit weird. Game doesn't really like that. Okay, so if we try to open that, that is locked. But... we go up here. But all the way up, we can find a fog gate. And then, in this barrel specifically, we can find our first... How was it called? Titanite Lizard? Oh, nice! I got 8 chunk and 2 twinkling Titanite. So those guys are completely harmless. They will run away from you and will disappear after a while if you don't attack them quickly enough. And they will always drop twinkling Titanites. And sometimes they also drop other stuff. But, oh god, do I have the thing? Oh my god, I think I just forgot an item. Come on! Let me look at my inventory. Yeah, I did forget an item. Great! Homeward Bone time. Jesus. See, this is what happens when you re-record stuff. You just do things and you're like, oh wait, did I do that? I did in the previous run, so I think I've done it. Or do I have to kill everything again? Oh, okay, you know what? Fine. A good farming opportunity, I guess. Oh yeah, and you also have, like, we were talking about the attack types that you have R2, R1, 2-hand, the 2-handed version of that, and then you have even a attack you do after a roll, like that. And it has also has different speed and damage and range and whatnot. And then there's even a 2-handed version of that, which is a stab. Like, so many attacks for just one weapon type. That's what I'm saying, like, you need to know what you're doing. And if that means fighting the same enemies over and over and over again, then we'll do it. You know what? I'll just skip ahead and see where. Actually, no. You know what? We're right where we need to be. So. Well, I need to open this door. Really, there's an item in here that I want. That's all I need. Right. Open this and get gold pine resin. This is what we need. This is what we need later. So. You know what? I'll just see you at the fog gate in a sec. Alright, I'm at the fog gate now with the item that I needed. Let's get in here, and before we go to the other side, we're gonna climb up here, because there are a couple guys just bothering us with a crossbow. And sometimes they hit you, sometimes they don't. Okay, wait, you know what? Bounce off my shield. Okay, I'm getting wrecked here. Let's try not to die before the boss even spawns, because this is a boss arena technically. Okay. I don't know if we will use the fire bombs, but maybe not. Gold pine resin. So what the gold pine resin does, let's actually take a look at that. It's a very important item. Basically what it does, it will buff my right hand weapon with lightning, which makes it deal more damage. And it might be more effective against certain types of enemies. This one, I don't think it's one of them, but it will still help a lot. So let me get my gold pine resin on the go. We will spawn the boss. And then run back all the way to the ladder. So this is technically our first boss fight of the game if we don't include the tutorial boss. The Asylum Demon, but yeah. We're just gonna apply that. And then we're gonna go for a cleansing attack. And do a lot of damage. And since our weapon still has lightning, how about we strike and try to end this quickly. Ouch. That's fine. No big deal. Whoop. Did not get hit by that. And that's the Tauras Demon voice. See, will he drop his weapon? Because it does sometimes. No, it doesn't. It's fine. It's fine. We got humanity and no more bone. Good, because I needed that. I wasted a no more bone being an idiot. Oh yeah, that's the first boss. And the thing is, I think I said that in the failed recording. The real danger of this fight isn't really the boss, because once you learn the pattern, it's no big deal. It's that the space is a bit cramped to fight it, and he can easily throw you off the wall because you can walk off the ledge. He can walk off the ledge too. If you can have him jump off the ledge, then you instantly win. But yeah. You can also fight it up the tower where the crossbow hollows were. I'll show that off with the other character though, not with this guy. Anyway, we arrived at the other side, and we have to go over there, but before we do that, we'll go down here and talk to everyone's favorite character, and then we'll switch back to the actual commentary.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Alright, so I hope everything went right there. I had to mess around with my microphone setting because it was picking up audio that it shouldn't have picked. It shouldn't have been picking up, but whatever. Anyway, we're almost to the end of the segment actually, because all we gotta do now is run to the end of the bridge. And yep, that happens. A big dragon just flies in, breathes fire on the bridge, and you get hit. Hopefully, you were not you were at full health or close to it, and you will survive that. And now you can kick down this ladder, and once you know it, we are back at the bonfire that we started at the beginning of the episode. And I think this is a good stopping point. We can now switch to the other character and see how she handles things. And we are back at the Cleric segment, in which, well, we will do some things before continuing. I went back and bought Seek Guidance. That's a miracle we saw from Petrus. And Seek Guidance is pretty interesting. I'll show you real quick what it does. I do need to kill some dudes, and did farm some souls for that. It only needs 2k, so it doesn't really. I didn't really have to farm for long. So Seek Guidance is mostly meant for online, but you can also be used for offline play. Basically, players can leave messages on the ground with an item that you can buy from the merchant down there. And you can, like, try to help other players or, like, hinder the progress of other players by writing stuff on the ground that everybody else can read. And there is some kind of an appraisal system of those messages. You can rate a message up or down, basically give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. And when you come across another message, you can see how many people appraise the message, but you don't know the thumbs up and thumbs down ratio. Now with Seek Guidance is enabled, you are able to see that, so you can tell whether the message is a good one or a bad one. But the other thing that it does for single player is that it will reveal developer hidden messages like this one.
Jumping off ahead. This is some kind of similar idea on what you will be finding from other players if you're playing online. You will find like hints or what to do. This is hinting as of the passage here that leads down below to the little optional area. Yeah, there are several throughout the game. I think we're gonna see another one today later on, but it's just there. It's something I will like to show off. If I can find all of them, that'd be pretty cool. We go back to the bonfire though, and we're gonna rush through that area really quick. But we'll level up. We have 8,000 souls. We do need some leveling up. I'm gonna take an attunement slot. That puts me at 2 attunement slots. That's great. So I can... No. I wanted to attune magic, if you don't mind. Okay, give me my heal, give me my sea guidance. We'll need it later, okay. Now, I do want to level up. And now here's the thing. I do want to... Do I have a bow in my inventory? No, I did not buy a bow. I have these things though. Let me use them. I need to go to the merchant real quick and buy a bow. That's like, I think, 1,000 souls. So I'll just use the souls that I got right there. Because I'm gonna need a bow later. But I want to know the requirements for the bow. Because you need a certain amount of dexterity in order to use it. And I need to know that amount. And I forgot, I think it's like 12, but I'm not quite sure it is 12. I need to be super sure that it is 12 before I invest point in my dex. I will have to invest point in dex anyway, but I need to be sure on what I'm doing. What is it? No, it's over here? Over here. Short bow. 12 dex, okay. We'll need it. We'll need it later. So I need 12 dex no matter what. That is more important than anything else. Then I'm gonna need a lot of faith. The reason why I chose to start with a cleric is because I'm gonna need like 25 faith for something coming up pretty soon. 25 is a lot. Remember, every level up costs more than the previous one. So dex, I'm gonna go 12 dex for the bow. How much faith can I get? 21. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go for it. Go for it. There you go. 21 faith. Well, that will scale my weapon too. Which is good, because remember, it has a... Yeah, see, I killed that guy in one hit now. This weapon scales a bit with faith. Not sure how much of a scaling it has with faith, but... Let me actually take a look at something. Does this... No, okay. Maybe I want to go back to the merchant and buy a shield. Because the problem with the shield is that it doesn't really block all physical damage. And that's kind of a problem for what I want to do. Okay, you want to play that game? Sure, why not? I'll do that and get additional souls, I guess. Okay. Where did this guy come here? I only need 1,000 for a shield anyway. I'll go ahead and buy that. This is becoming longer than it should. Go over here. Okay, good. Now I have a 100% block.
What's the matter?
Yeah, I know. Get me into the menu, please. Jesus Christ, this game sometimes. Right, so now that I have the same shield that the warrior does, I'm able to 100% block all the damage. Because this shield that I had only blocked 88% of damage that I received, and that's not the best thing. So instead, we'll get our 100% block. That's going to be useful especially for the boss, the Tauras Demon, which we'll have to defeat. But we'll also have to attack... We will attack the Black Knight with this character. Because we have a much better weapon, and therefore, we should be able to kill it. It just got another humanity, I think. Alright, going around, going around. But there was no backstep. No, never mind. Okay. Well, I killed it anyway. Wait, did they drop something? No, because these guys can actually drop something pretty good. I'm looking forward to that, if they do drop it. I think one of these guys dropped that thing off screen, but if I can get more, that'd be great. We'll talk about what that is when it actually becomes important, though. Right now, it doesn't matter. Do I not need the back 5 bombs? No, wait, actually, maybe I do. I do need these guys. Black Fire Bomb, I don't need the armor bones, so get rid of them.
The one thing that I cannot do with this weapon, although... Okay, here's what I have a clear idea what I want to do here. Can you do that? We'll just do this. Okay. Very nice. So I have the master key, or... Well, I have the residence key, whatever. I'm not gonna go in there quite yet. Let me go up here and get rid of these guys first. We're just gonna run in. Do that. You guys throw your things. Stab you, and I'm done. And now we'll have to take care of the sniper up there. What did you drop? Good sir. Useless armor. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna appear get you. One hit, one kill. That's how it should be. Come over here. Only get one. Oh god, I got two. It's fine. Using my riposte animation to dodge that guy's attack. Get a backstab, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can... No, I just knock his shield off. Whatever. It's fine anyway. Okay, before we aggro the big knight, let's set this trap off. Okay, so now we're gonna aggro the Black Knight, and I'm gonna start with the Black Firebomb because that's gonna deal quite a bit of damage right off the bat. And I can't start with a backstab actually. Oh god, I don't know if I want to do it though. Nah. Okay, so we're gonna run. There is an easy way to kill this guy. It relies on some kind of plunging attack, but not really. You just aggro it and run all the way to the ladder. This guy cannot climb ladders. And you can just do a plunging attack and then avoid him for a bit. And then repeat the process until he dies. So he will just come all the way over here. He will attack. So we can just do this, do 100 damage, then roll away. And then you can just repeat the process. Or you can fight like a man. And if you know how to parry these guys, which I don't, apparently. There's one attack that you cannot parry, that's the shield stab that they do. That attack is unparryable. That is a bad position. Come over here. Yeah, this thing, you just want to go around if they do that. And I think it's pretty much that. It's needed like a little bit extra attack. There we go. Oh yeah! Black Knight Sword first try. That is not a guaranteed drop. You want all the humanity you want if you really want that drop. And I really wanted it. Nice, I guess. Wait. Yeah, it was this way, right? Yeah. I need this. Thank you. If I did not find it there, I would have told you a way to get it for sure, but kind of for sure, but I got it, and that was one of my goals. Hell yeah. We could open that with the Master Key, but we're not going to do that. There is something good down there, but we will be back for it later. See if I can go up the stairs or not. Seem to have some problems doing it. Okay, we have our... this dude here. Please kill it, thank you. Ooh, a chunk as well, nice. I think I have everything, right? Black fire bombs. Here's the thing. Because my current weapon is already... it does some extra magic damage, as you can see. I cannot imbue it with lightning. I can only have one of those three effects, magic, fire, lightning, at a time. So I cannot imbue this weapon in particular. But here's what I can do. Let's see if I can do this correctly. This is kind of an advanced thing. Don't suggest doing this if you're a new player. Morning Star, right? The mace does more damage though. The difference, yeah, I know what the difference is, but hold on. Okay, change this over here. Change this over here. So they're right there, okay? Good. Then if I do this, change the mace. Right, let's go. Oh, we have some dudes to kill first, whatever. Here, let's see how I do against this boss. I might die. Because I'm not used to do this strat, but... I'm gonna do a bit of a longer strat, I guess. Fuck. Okay, wait. Yeah, you guys first. With a stupid mace that does no damage whatsoever. Okay, so here's the deal. We should be able to run quite fast. Not quite. I need to kind of remove... I'll remove the shield for a second. Yeah, I can definitely remove the shield for a sec. And then go up my resin. Okay. Spawn the boss. Thank you. So we'll go for a plunging attack. But we'll do something a bit different afterward. We'll try to re-kite him and see if it works or not. Should have re-equipped the shield. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Gotta be fast, through hand, quick. Before he jumps up. There we go. Pretty good. Well, since I have the buff, I might as well. Oh, what's happening? What is happening? Your hitbox. Okay, go away. Okay, run. Okay. Now, what is he gonna do here? Oof. Go back to our Tauras sword. Thank you. That's much lighter. Okay. You swing. It's fine. I need to do an attack. Thank you. Should have enough stamina to just run all the way back and go up the ladder. I do need my stamina to recharge, though. I'll go recharge. If it hits me, which can happen, I will lose stamina. It did not. Okay, cool. So if you stay up here long enough, he will jump up. You can fight it in this little arena, though it's pretty easy to fall off the edge. That's why I wanted to do a bit of extra damage before engaging it up here, because I'm not really comfortable with it. But yeah, if you're not comfortable in fighting it over there where it's kind of cramped, you can try up here. It's a viable strat. Do what you want with it. I gave you the information. The way you use it is all up to you. Alright, so we beat that guy again. There's a soul over there, and if we use Seek Guidance, which I'll do in a second, there's actually something cool to look around here. Or to see, rather. I think it's here, or down below there. What is it? What is this exactly? There it is. Imminent Drake. Well, no shit, game. If you go over here, I believe. Yeah, okay. Yep. It's one of the ways to avoid the fire. Or the other way is actually to run all the way. You can I think you can barely outrun the fire. We'll go down here and talk to Solaire. We'll skip through his dialogue real quick. It don't really matter what he says. Oh. Blah blah blah. I accept. Blah blah blah. Yes. Blah blah blah. Thank you so much. That's all I need for now. I need to talk to him for something later. Anyway, now we can go back to the bonfire. However, we will proceed a bit forward with this character, because this character can do one more thing before the episode ends. This is a little cheese kind of strat. Do it if you want. Again, if you really need to. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll go back to the merchant real quick. We need to buy some arrows. We have a bow, but we need arrows to use that we need to use with the bow. So the merchant down here, thankfully, has arrows that we can use. Okay, so what we're going to need, we have enough souls to buy all of that, so it's great. I have to remember the bottomless box though. We will purchase item, but we'll get the bottomless box eventually. It's only 3,000 souls, we can probably farm them. We need a short bow. We have that. And here we go. 10 of these. We got 10 large arrows. Yes. And we get... Wait, no, those, not that many. I'm gonna go... Yeah, I can go 20, that'll be fine, yeah.
Thank you.
I can go 30 and have some left, but I think 20 will be enough. This should be more than enough for what I need to do. So this is a really weird cheese to get a secret, kind of secret weapon. This is not the only way to get it, but there are other ways. But this is one that's pretty easy. Some others are not that easy. Oh god, I did not kick down the ladder. Oh my god, no. Be right back. I need to go back all through the area to get up there. See you in a second. And we are back. I did not mean to do that. What are you doing? My friend, what are you doing? Thank you so much. That's what I meant to do. Kick down the ladder. We're back at the bonfire finally. There we go. Okay. So starting back from that, here's what we do. We go up again. Did I rest at the bonfire? I think I did. Because otherwise I will have a bunch of enemies following me. I think I'll be fine. So we go down here, which is kind of like the way we're supposed to be going. We'll kill this guy just to be on the safe side, that nobody bothers us while we're doing our things. We will equip our bow, we will equip some arrows, standard and large. Okay, here we go. Now here's the thing, there are certain bosses that you can cut away their tail if you do enough damage to it. And that rewards you with special weapons, and this is one of them. Although this is the only, I guess, not really a boss, because it doesn't have a... It does have elf, I guess, but it doesn't have an elf bar like all the other bosses do. So what we do here is basically this. Can I change arrow type? Not quite. I don't think this is going to reach. No, it's an heavy arrow, it won't reach. So yeah, what we're doing here, we're basically just attacking the tail of this dragon with our bow and arrow. And that should actually do enough damage to detach it from the body of the dragon. Oh, the drake rather. It's a drake, not a dragon. Keep messing that up. Come on, hit. What? Okay, wait. Hit! Thank you. Not that hard once you get the hang of it, but Jesus Christ. There we go. I only have a limited amount of arrows, game. Please. Okay. Nice. There's another way to get the tail, and it requires the gold pine resin. Basically, what you do is that you use the gold pine resin, and you run to the dragon and you slash it a certain amount of times with a two-handed longsword on the tail, and you get the weapon. So there's a setup for that if you want to do it that way. Come on. Am I so bad at this now? It's the Let's Play curse. Suddenly I'm bad at doing this, which is actually easy once you know the timing. But apparently, I suck now. Okay. Come on, go back there. 3 heavy arrows. Did miss with 1, so might have to use some additional light arrows. Should have gone for 30. Oh well. What? How did that not hit? This is starting to piss me off. What the hell? There we go. Come on, dude. We only have 6 arrows left. There is, by the way, another setup. What? Thank you. There is another setup to do this that will actually kill the dragon, or the drake, sorry. But yeah, that's the weapon. That's the weapon that you get. And I cannot wield it right now, but I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, 200 attack, 200 like base strength. That's pretty good. It does not scale with your stats though. It's kind of weird. It does require 16 strength, and I kind of want to wield it eventually, but not right now. I have more pressing matters. But let me show you something that you can do to farm souls, which is this. If the dragon breathes fire, that happens. You can now rest at the bonfire, go back up, and you get another 555 souls by just going out and going back in. It's pretty silly, but you know, you can do that. And this is actually something that I'm willing to do, because I need those 25 faith points, right? Yeah, so you'll just do that, and then you will just receive 555 souls for free. Reset and do it again.
Pretty easy way to farm souls.
I will... Let's see how many fate points I can get.
Oh, we're one short. We're so close. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that off screen. I will farm some souls and get to... I can do another level up and get 25 souls. And then I guess I will see you all next time. We will proceed further up the Undead Burg and see what we can, where we can get.